Last week on The Slut Show.
Wrong penis, good decision. Can you hear it in the mic?
Oh, you can hear it!
You're living your truth and people they don't believe you.
How has your sex life changed since starting testosterone?
Bottom growth, that happened within a week.
How did it affect your confidence?
Lotte says that I'm more obsessed with her body. And I said, sorry, I don't want to be like this big hormone monster. And they said, no, I like it. Chop my titties off.
Congratulations.
Thank
that
you.
Is huge.
You're not just trans, you're also you.
Yeah.
So make sure you love yourself first.
How often are you misgendered right now?
A lot. You get a little bit more impatient, but you also get a little bit more sad when people misgender you. Your body just changes. You have to give it time. You can't speed up basic biology and process and everything. I don't believe that those men don't watch pornography, and you cannot watch pornography, but don't expect women to be in pornography. Fuck off.
This week on The Slut Show.
I don't feel like I will have a penis within the next 2 years, I think.
You're completely deconstructing your genitalia.
It's scary. With time, I think that I will be more accepting of my body and what it does and how it feels.
Just like cis people are different, trans people are different.
Everyone is different, and that's fine. My bottom growth already gets hard.
It's always about penises with you, man.
I got obsessed around the age of 8, and then,
just,
I just wanted one. The ideal world, give me a dick, also a scrotum, but leave the hole. It doesn't matter what your dick looks like, because it's your dick. They feel like basic human decency is an option. This home that I've made with Lotte right now, I think it's the first home that I actually ever had.
What makes being trans fun?
Trans people don't have midlife crisis. I got them when I was 15. Come out, all will be well. And you'll be way happier.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. No matter when you are listening, no matter where you are, get comfortable. Get yourself a cup of tea, a glass, or an entire bottle of wine. Maybe smoke a blunt, get under a blanket, grab yourself some popcorn, and enjoy this week's episode of The Slut Show with Ellen Moore.
Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary beings, and any and everyone in between, welcome to a brand new episode of The Slut Show, the season finale of season 5.
Dun, dun, dun.
With the one and only. He is a transmasculine, non-binary, singer-songwriter, non-intentional comedian, overall beautiful soul. Deen is back.
Thank you. God damn, that's an introduction though. You're so good at introducing me.
With all the love in my heart. I enjoy it a lot.
Unintentional comedy, I like that.
Yes, because honestly, whenever we're recording, my jaw, my cheeks and shit get sore because I'm just,
They just hurt.
Love it. We did not even talk about Yappy.
My big kinky friends over here.
We hung him to the back of the studio wall, especially for Deen. We created this construction.
I love it.
Yeah, so he's here with us to judge us from his tied up being. I'm so happy to have you in the studio. We're going to be talking about your transition, the future, all the options within trans healthcare from top to bottom surgery, and way more. And there is something exciting. But before we get started, The Slut Show with Ellen Moore, the podcast / talk show about shit you and I have to deal with on a daily basis. About feminism, insecurities, feeling like a bomb-ass bitch, and obviously about loads of sex. Enjoy your weekly dose of empowerment. Your weekly dose of empowerment. What's the most empowering thing you did lately?
I didn't think of it again. Shit.
You suck at empowering things.
Shit.
I have one. Let me just start. You can think about it in the meanwhile.
Yeah.
I got a tattoo.
Really?
2 of them actually. I got this one.
Cute.
They're both healing, which is I can zoom in the edits, which is an is not sign, and then here can you hold this real quick?
Sure.
I'm undressed. Woo! YouTube, don't ban me. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see?
I cannot see it. Oh, it's Amsterdam?
Yeah, but no. There is a whole ass story behind it. I'll tell you off camera the full details.
Sick.
But the short summary is I'm not the things that for this one, for the one on my wrist, is I'm not the things I've been through. I will always carry it with me like this tattoo, and I cannot change the past, but I can accept it and move on with my life and create my own life. And the other one, the 3 crosses, are in the shape of, Amsterdam, because Amsterdam gave me my freedom again, love, and sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, so I'm
Well,
very
that's
happy with that.
Amsterdam in a nutshell, though.
Yeah, really. It gave me my freedom back, and so I'm so grateful for that. So that was super empowering to do.
Nice. Did it hurt, by the way, on your wrist?
A little. It was definitely more unpleasant than the rib one, but it was fine. It was
I have a tattoo this big on my rib.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
It's okay. Just stress a lot, then you only worry about stressing and not the actual pain.
Right, yeah, exactly. It was fine.
Hyperventilate. You will be fine.
I don't recommend. He's not speaking from from a point of view from the Slut Show.
No. Lotte and I wrote a sex story for Damn Horny, like the Damn Honey podcast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that felt very empowering to be part of an inclusive erotic book. So a lot of people wrote a sexy story.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it contains peckers and consent being sexy and
love
everything
that.
and cuddling and everything.
I love that.
Yeah.
Probably you already know this watching at home because this is the season finale of season 5. Oh my god. And we are kicking off the season finale with a piece of slutty science that is, to say the very least, quite complicated. So I'm very happy to have the animations from our darling animator Manon. So let's dive right into it.
I got some slutty science for you because we like to stick to facts.
Slutty science with more.
This week's Slutty Science builds on the slutty science of episode 2, 5, and 6 of season 2, as well as last week's episode. Last week, we took a closer look at testosterone therapy in the transitional process of transmasculine and non-binary people. Today, we are looking into some of the different kinds of gender-affirmative medical procedures which are available for transmasculine and non-binary people. Firstly, there is transmasculine top surgery, also called a mastectomy, but usually referred to as top surgery. This medical procedure refers to removing the breast tissue from both breasts and creating a masculine appearance to the chest. Then there is transmasculine bottom surgery, aimed to transform the female genitalia and reconstruct it into that of a male. In other words, exchanging your vagina for a dick. There are 2 different types of bottom surgery, metoidioplasty and phalloplasty, and trust me, sit down for this one because it's about to get real complicated. When a trans person assigned female at birth begins using testosterone, bottom growth occurs. This refers to the enlargement of the clitoris as a result of using testosterone. During a metoidioplasty, the clitoral ligaments, which is a difficult word for connective tissue, are detached, which allows the clitoris to lengthen and drop into a position similar to that of a cis man's penis. A plastic surgeon then proceeds to sculpt the head of the clitoris in a way which more closely resembles the head of a cis dick. The neophallus, aka dick created with this method, is on average anywhere between 5 and 7 centimeters long. Additionally to this procedure, the labia can be reshaped into a scrotum, either with or without testicular prosthesis. This is called a scrotoplasty. Metoidioplasty can be done with or without urethral lengthening procedures. Urethral lengthening extends the urethra along the new phallus. This is called urethroplasty and enables transmasculine individuals to urinate from their new cock, which forms a major reason why people choose to undergo transmasculine gender-affirming genital surgery. However, urethral lengthening increases the risk of surgical complications. These complications can include dribbling or spraying during urination, urinary blockages, or a leak or rupture even of the lengthened urethra. Metoidioplasty is usually considered to be a single-stage surgery. However, some people may require additional surgeries in order to achieve their desired results. Supplementary surgeries can be done to improve either the appearance or function of the neophallus. The other option transmasculine individuals have is phalloplasty. This is the creation of a dick of a similar volume to that in genetic males. During a phalloplasty, tissue which will be used to construct the penis is harvested from another part of the body. Usually this is taken from either upper legs or lower arms. It is then shaped to look like a penis. Thereafter, the tissue is transferred to the pelvis, where the blood vessels and nerves are attached to the recipient's vessels in the pelvis. Additionally, patients can choose for urethroplasty. Phalloplasty is a more complex surgery in comparison to metoidioplasty, as the latter is a single-stage surgery, whereas phalloplasty is a multi-stage procedure which requires multiple surgeries in order to complete the process. Phalloplasty can result in numerous complications. Most of them are relatively minor and fixable. However, since the more recent development of metoidioplasty, phalloplasty has lost its popularity. Perks of a metoidioplasty are the conservation of erotic sensitivity of the clitoris, lower complication rates, risks, and fewer procedures even with urethroplasty. It doesn't result in large scars. It generally heals faster, and there is no need for a penis prosthesis, as the metoidioplasty dick has a natural erectile function. Perks of a phalloplasty are that patients are more likely to be able to penetrate sexual partners. However, erectile rods are needed to achieve an erection. You do get a significantly bigger dick, but less erogenous sensations. And additionally, it gives you a more cisgender-looking dick. For transmasculine individuals who initially choose metoidioplasty, it is later possible to undergo a phalloplasty. This is true regardless of whether the person decides to have a urethral lengthening at the time of the procedure. However, the reverse is not true. The procedure for embedding the clitoris in the penis during phalloplasty makes a later metoidioplasty not feasible. Concluding this final week of Season 5's Slutty Science, which was incredibly detailed, complicated, and medical, and not really that slutty, we can state that being born as a trans person is complicated enough on its own. The decisions trans folks have to make about their bodies, the way they choose to present themselves, and their internal struggles are plenty on their own. So, how about we, as a society, make it a little easier on them? Ask your friends what their pronouns are. Put them in your Instagram bio. Yes, also if you are a cis person, and educate yourself and those around you about the things unknown to you so that not all the weight rests upon the shoulders of those obliged to carry so much already.
I love that the ending was political.
So opinionated.
Is this a left-wing podcast?
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
It better be extreme then.
Are you guys exposing me? Shit.
It's radicalized.
I have been radicalizing in my pink ass bubble.
Fuck yeah.
Literal pink bubble.
Damn, that was a lot of information though. Yeah.
What kind of a surgery are you looking for?
Well, I'm not really sure about it yet. I'm gonna wait what my bottom growth does. I don't feel like I will have a penis within the next 2 years, I think.
Okay.
I think because as you said, it takes a while to do everything that you want to. And actually, fun fact, my bottom growth already gets hard.
Oh.
It already gets erect.
Oh.
Sick, huh?
That is awesome.
Right? Yeah.
Whoa.
So like a little hard dickie.
I love that.
Right?
How big is the difference? Here we go again.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
You should
I have to ask
measure
Lotte.
Yeah.
With like a ruler, like
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so that already gets hard. And the thing is, you said in the Slutty Science facts that the phalloplasty will give more of a cisgender penis idea.
Look, yeah.
But that's the thing, it doesn't. And the thing is every body is different. So it really depends on where you take the skin.
Mm-hmm.
If it will look like it's a little bit like cisgender natural.
Right.
Say it like that. But the thing is, that's also what my therapist is saying. Like, it doesn't matter what your dick looks like because it's your dick.
Yeah.
So
you get to decide that.
Yeah. And also you don't get to decide that. You know, because your body is just your body, and your body's gonna do what it wants. So, so it really depends on how you heal, how you take care of it, and the most important thing is accept that it will never look like a cisgender penis, Because you don't have a cisgender penis. You have your own penis, and your penis looks like your penis.
Yeah.
Damn, I never said penis so much in one sentence. Goddamn. A cisgender penis. Because you don't have a cisgender penis. You have your own penis, and your penis looks like your penis. Penis.
Hey, YouTube, how are we loving Ellen's uncensored talk show? Yeah, but I mean, even cis dicks all look different.
Yeah, 100%.
There are so many weird-ass dicks. There are so many dicks that conform to standards. Yeah, there's so many differences.
I always preferred crooked dicks.
True, because they hit your G-spot so much better.
So, you know, for all the people with crooked dicks, we love you.
For all crooked-ass motherfuckers, we are into it.
We love your dicks. Don't be a dick so we can love your dick.
Exactly.
Shit, another punchline. It's always
another title. It's always about penises with you, man.
I got obsessed around the age of 8, and then I just wanted one.
And now you're getting one. Yeah. You're in line at the supermarket getting your own damn penis.
Goddamn. No, I still don't really know if I'm 100% sure if I want the surgery. That's the thing.
At all.
Yeah, I don't know, because with time I think that I will be more accepting of my body and what it does and how it feels, and I really enjoy the sexual pleasure that I have now, and I feel way more comfortable right now.
Right.
And sometimes that's also a little bit challenging in the in the way that you want things and see things in regards of my transition. So I don't know, and I talk a lot with Lotte about it.
Yeah.
And she always says, what have you decided? It's your body. And
that's
I love
wonderful.
it either way. So we do talk about it a lot. And we have like small sexual fantasies. And then she always, in Dutch, I think it sounds better, but she always calls it the meat dick. When you will get your meat dick, vleespiemel.
Hey, wij maken er geen vleespiemel nou. Dus wacht toch. Hallo, we hebben I had no fucking clue that it was this difficult.
It is, yeah.
Like,
well, the thing is, like, when you look at people that want female genitalia, you cut something off. You have more to work with.
Yes.
But the thing is, now we have to create 5 to 18 centimeters out of pretty much nothing. A lot of things will need to be in check before you can do those kind of things, and it also depends the way your penis, of your phallus will work in regards of where you take the skin.
You're completely deconstructing your genitalia.
Yeah.
That is just...
Yeah.
Whew.
It's scary.
Yeah,
That's
can imagine.
That's the thing. I always find it very, very scary to think about it. And
I can imagine.
Saying goodbye to this idea of myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you never know what you're gonna get back in return. You don't know how it's gonna.
No, you never know.
Such a big gamble.
I mean, it's a small percentage of complications that aren't irreversible, or at a point that it won't work the way it will. It's a very, very small percentage, but still, you have like this saboteur in your mind saying you're special. So why won't you fail at this?
Yeah.
So that plays around a lot in my head, but at the same time I feel like I should give time their way to first change my body, and after I had my mastectomy and everything, I would just get in contact with a surgeon and see what I can do. I really don't want to be having that. I don't want the surgery in the Netherlands because I don't really like the results of the phalluses that I've seen from the people in the Netherlands, but also it's a small percentage of the photos that you actually see.
Yeah.
I mean, if I would have a brand new dick, then I will start an OnlyFans. Goddamn. I will start OnlyFans.
Right.
Because that would be sick. But still, you only see a small percentage of the people actually that had the surgery. So you never know. And some people, honestly, maybe this is a trigger of someone. The ideal world, give me a dick, also a scrotum, but leave the hole. I'm so comfortable with the hole.
I can't
with
see
Lotte,
why.
But
that's not an option.
It is.
it is an option.
Yeah, sure. There are also people that
That's
don't...
the best of all worlds.
Right? There's also a lot of people that don't want a urethral lengthening. For instance, a lot of people who take the belly phalloplasty, so that they take a piece of your skin of your belly and the fat, and they use the fat to actually thicken the penis, you will get a chunky ass dick. It's like, you know, like when you get hard, the winds change. Yeah. Exactly. It's like a boxing bout.
We are ready to rumble. Lotte van Eyck. Get your ass over to the bedroom.
Maybe I want you to actually record this so I can put it on a button. Like, anyway.
Every time she calls, ding, 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 Lotte van Eyck, please.
Or we can make it like the announcement in the trams in Amsterdam.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Beste reizigers, u nadert Leidseplein Entertainment Area. Ook wel, Dane's Dick.
Dane's Dick, motherfuckers. Ding, 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 ding.
Dane Dick's Square. And what's the melody of the tram again? Ding! Leidseplein.
I know that they go Museumplein.
Oh yeah, yeah, Museumplein.
Museumplein. Museumplein.
Yeah.
Like that. And
the Dutch one isn't impressed with Museumplein.
Right. Museumplein. Museumplein.
Yeah. Nice.
People who've never been to the Netherlands are going to be like, what the fuck is that word even?
Museumplein.
Museum Square, basically.
Where the fuck were we talking about? Oh, belly phalloplasty.
Oh, yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah. Chunky boy.
Chunky boy. So the thing is, it really, the people with belly phalloplasty, it's harder to get to urethral lengthening for some reason. I don't pin me on this information, but I think because most penises that I've seen from people with phalloplasty taken from their belly, they usually don't have a peeing hole, and they have a hole in between their ass and their scrotum, and that's where they pee from.
Is the urethral
lining has been taken to the actual vagina, and they make it smaller.
So they change the lining of
and
so then your pussy's tight. You
Tight
get
as
one
hell.
tight motherfucking puss.
Fucking sick. No, I mean it's only for peeing then.
But
if you would get that one, like that's
okay.
that's the one that I mostly see. That's that one. So it really depends.
There's so many options.
There's a lot of options, but that for me that would be the ideal thing. I would be taking the one where I can stand and pee.
Okay.
So I would take the urethral lengthening.
Yeah.
If it's possible.
It's like a menu. You get to pick.
Yeah.
Would you like a scrotum? Yes or no?
You also have to do a speed pee test. People with born penises, they have quite a force because they have to, depending on the length of the dick, but they have a longer road to go to, and you actually have to press it out. That's why if people with penises watching, please force it a little bit. It's very good for your prostate to actually push it a little bit. You know, it's actually very good for the health of your prostate.
Your partner will be happy with that.
Yes, 100%.
Strengthen
a
that
finger up the hole also works, and check it. Actually, do that more often.
Try it.
But also
you
for
have
your
a
health.
prostate.
But
oh
also
my God.
for your health.
Yeah,
like goddamn, I don't get it. Why we don't tell young men, stick a finger up your hole so you'll actually know what to feel.
I asked a partner a couple of days ago.
If you could stick a finger up his hole?
Yeah.
And?
He was like, no.
What? That's homophobic.
I was
In Pride Month?
I was like, really? And he was like, I've never. I'm like, okay.
You've never.
Get used to the thought.
It's going to happen.
Let me get back to you in a week. And then I'm just gonna ask you again. If you don't want it, it's fine. But we'll work towards
Try
that.
eating his ass first. It hits differently.
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because a finger sometimes is a lot, especially for unexperienced people.
No, but not a whole thing. I just want to pressure a little. Because if you pressure a little, you're gonna be like, oh, I want more.
Yeah, and it's also like warming up the butthole, you know. Yeah, I really need to work on that though, because I get too excited with butt stuff.
Oh.
It's like fist. No fist. Easy.
Oh my God.
And I hear Lotte, back. I say, yeah, I'm going back. Okay. Excited.
Wrong door. To the front. To the front, please. Park back.
From the window to the wall.
From the window to the wall. From the window to
The walls. The sweat drips down my balls. To all you bitches crawl. Oh,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so good. This is a scene from The Proposal.
Yeah.
Such a good scene. What makes being trans fun?
Also, what makes it the fucking worst, I think it's the being so self-aware that you actually know who you are. Ooh, that makes me think about Dominique Jackson in Pose. Have you seen Pose?
I don't think so.
Oh, you have to watch it. There's this group of trans women of color sitting in a very fancy restaurant with only fucking white crusty people around them.
Right, yeah.
And this white crusty woman goes up to them and say, "You do not belong here. I can see a man in a dress from afar. I work in the city." And then she stands up and then says, "Even though you're dressed like you got money and shit, with your 50 cents scrunch and everything, it doesn't hide the fact that you don't know who you are. We fought for our seat at this table, so we're hell gonna stay here."
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I feel like trans people always know who they are in the moment. And I think there's a certain trans privilege, I think, of being so self-aware of what your identity is. And yeah, I think that's the most wonderful part of being trans is always being aware of who you are.
You have to go through this journey, which is so much longer than a cis person's journey in order to...
No, I think it's shorter.
Yeah?
Sure. Trans people don't have midlife crisis. I got them when I was 15. That's the whole thing. Like, cis people get their identity crisis when they're divorced and lonely and unhappy and they want a car.
Only then they start doubting the things that were so injected onto
Yeah.
them by society.
100%. And we are already disconnected from that idea because we're
Because you
not
already
that.
don't belong.
Yeah, so we make sure that we can belong in certain places, but we have to ask, can we belong here as well? But before
Right.
you can do that, you have to self-identify yourself to know where do you want to belong, you
Right.
know? I don't want to go to a Nazi party and say, "Hey,
Can I
y'all
belong?
got cake?"
I have some blueberry muffins for you.
Luckily, you're not a Nazi, so, you know,
Hey.
win-win.
Shout out to the no Nazis.
100%. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't invite yourself to parties that might be unsafe for you, but also which could be unpleasant for you, you know. And I think that when you're cisgender, then you don't think of that. You just go along the way and see if you get uncomfortable. But for trans people, that's unsafe.
Yeah.
So we always have to know who we are. And I think it's scary, but it's also, I think it's a big privilege in the way of psychological and mental health.
I think that is why, that is obviously also part of the reason why the suicide rates are so high amongst transgender people in general, because they don't get the help they need in that very moment. And they're
Yeah.
so much younger when they go through all of the things that
Yeah.
cis people go through at ages like 25, or indeed, like you said, when you're
Yeah.
50 and divorced and you just recently realize that you're gay and actually, oh shit, I'm not gay, I'm just a heterosexual woman. I've
Yeah.
never...
Some people say people think in boxes, but the thing is that boxes give you a sense of security and also a sense of
belonging.
self. Yeah, and belonging. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know that it's in certain areas I'm not the safest, you know, and in certain boxes I just really want to be.
Yeah.
And I think that before we go to a boxless society, we need to make sure that every box gets the same attention, love, and given all the necessities that they need.
Yeah, the necessary tools in order to
Survive and maintain that happiness and self-care.
and to even out privileges.
100%.
Yeah, it's so important to give that extra attention to those who are in desperate need of it, because
Yeah.
they're in desperate need. There's an actual very very serious crisis within transgender healthcare
100%.
and transgender research. There needs to be more attention on this subject.
Do you follow FU Misgender treatment?
I do, yes.
Yeah, it's an Instagram that actually, it doesn't give a certain signal of FU in Amsterdam, like the monopoly of trans healthcare in the Netherlands, and a little bit of Belgium as well, I think, at this point. It's not just one opinion. It's actually the experiences of different trans people or people that are friends with trans people that know what the experience was with the healthcare. And the thing is, like,
that page is huge.
Yeah, it's
and it
insane.
posts a lot.
It posts way too much. It shouldn't have that much content to
Yes.
post. So the thing is, like, I talk with my therapist about masturbation. That took me, I think, 7 or 8 appointments before. And I brought it up because I was having some issues and I wanted to talk with him about it. And some people aren't getting any help at SVU because they won't tell them how they masturbate or how they have sex with their partners. It's not inclusive for trans healthcare because it's an identity and it's not a sexual need to have sex in a certain way. And what if there's a trans guy who loves getting penetrated in the front, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't make them any less trans, doesn't make them any less of a trans man. Like,
I feel like especially very heteronormative cis organizations need to be more aware of the fact that there is no one trans man and that every rule applies to them.
There's also not one cis woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Just like cis people are different, trans people are different.
Everyone is different and that's fine.
But I don't understand how I feel like trans people are constantly dehumanized.
100%.
You forget that this is a person.
Yeah, 100%.
Firstly, you're not trans and then a person. You're a
Yeah.
person who happens to be trans.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole process, and it happens with media. Have you seen Disclosure on Netflix?
I'm watching it at half. It's insane.
Yeah, it is. It's a media representation, the history of media representation of trans people. With Laverne Cox from Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's I think she has the most prominent role in the last years of the
transgender media.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
totally.
And she's very sophisticated. She's very well spoken. She's very highly educated.
She is.
And she never takes no for an answer, and I love that. And she together with a lot of other trans people, made a documentary about the trans history of media, the media history of trans people, actually. And it starts with that, you know?
Yeah.
We have a very leftist newspaper in the Netherlands, and they won't fucking respect pronouns. You know, Volkskrant, the fuck. They're calling me like once a week, asking me again if I want to renew my subscription. And every time I tell them, when will you respect people's pronouns? I know you're just a salesperson.
Right.
You're probably a student as well. But I really want someone to call me about this. And let's have a adult conversation about it. But they won't do it because they feel like basic human decency is an option.
This needs to happen right this very second. It is an urgent fucking problem.
But that's the thing. That's a little representation that you need, you know? Make it normal that people have...
Normalize asking for pronouns and putting them in your bio, putting them everywhere where your name is at.
Yeah. I didn't know Manon her pronouns, and before I wanted to say something about her, I asked what were her pronouns because you don't fucking know.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know. That's the whole thing. You never know.
That is something that people need to realize even when looking at a person like me. I look super feminine. I identify as a woman.
But your pronouns could be he, him.
My pronouns could be he, him, they, them. Exactly. And that is not cray-cray. That is identity. That is gender identity. And everyone expresses it differently.
Basic respect.
Basic fucking respect, y'all.
This psychological ASMR. Basic human decency.
Basic human decency. Basic human decency. Basic human decency.
Respect.
It's on repeat. It's on repeat. It's on repeat.
No.
Basic
human decency.
Oh my god, sorry. Some more haters.
Some more.
Would you...
ASMR more.
Serious question. Would people listening enjoy an ASMR version episode?
You have a very nice voice, but I hate smacking. Like...
I did a quite an extensive research paper I wrote about, got a very good grade, about transgender representation in newspapers and how they are addressed, if they use dead names, if they use correct names, if they use the right pronouns or pronouns they were assigned with at birth. And basically on a couple of criteria, I researched how these things are respected in a period from 2004, I believe, from the top of my head, until 2018-ish. And in the very, very, very small scale survey I did, looking into that, I realized yet again how incredibly respectless journalists write. They don't respect pronouns. They use dead names, and it doesn't fucking matter if a person is dead. They still have a name that you don't use that name. Yeah, they might be dead, but their name isn't.
In the Netherlands, everyone has a grandfather or someone called Johannes, or we call him Jan or Hans or Johan, and it's always zeg maar Opa Jan. It's always that. And no one has called him that name again. Never. No one says Johannes to their grandfather. They always say Hans of Jan or Johannes of Johan. You know, like. And how can I not say my name is Deen? And people on my Instagram even say you're not Deen. And I'm like, but I am. How does it happen? How can people say no to? I mean, I'm here.
I'm so over it. I can't even imagine how it must be like for you.
Sometimes it's hard, and some days it's funny. I mean, I think it's funny when people say you're not Dane, and I'm like, ha! I already had an identity crisis, so
fucka, fucka G,
and let's all go fucka,
fucka G. Yeah. We will be taking a quick break, but we will be back in a second. But first, can I get some backing vocals?
Slut Show Sex Position Twister, your weekly dose of bedroom inspiration.
The hamstring spread, wonderful for right after a very hard workout where you can stretch your hamstrings very deep while getting boned. Especially good for passionate lovemaking and drowning in your partner's eyes. If they die, they die. Lovely for implementing more coochie kisses in the bedroom. It's a slippery slope.
Please trust me, don't break your neck, but do try it because it's fun. But then also, my lawyer made me say to not say that you should try it, so do not try this at home. Just don't sue me if you die, okay? Okay, thank you. Last week you said your favorite position was missionary. What is another position that you're like, if you're trans men, try this because this will give you gender euphoria?
I think the other person, you just laying down and just cowgirl or reverse cowgirl, because then you won't see your chest as much.
Oh, yeah.
So I really like that. And honestly, if you're a transmasc person or a non-binary person that goes that way, and you like having a strap on, use a condom for fun. You know?
Yeah.
Lotte and I are really into the breeding kink.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you elaborate on that?
I've never heard of that.
I have never heard of it.
Okay, so funny enough, in the trans community, sometimes we call cis people breeders. Which is very wrong. You should not say that, but it is hella funny though.
You can't, yeah.
I can also breed, but like...
Right, yeah.
I'm not gonna do it though.
You're not a fucking bird sitting on an egg, no.
No. I'm not gonna be the factory on this one. But still.
Yes.
Breeding kink. So the idea of a breeding kink is that you find it sexy and arousing with the idea of being impregnated or impregnating someone.
Oh.
So, you know, like you're getting frisky, you're having sex with a condom, and at a certain point, she will say, take off the condom. Do it, baby. And then you just, blow your load, imaginary.
Oh my god, I think I accidentally am into this kink. I think this...
Nice, good on you, Ellen.
Oh my gosh, so... I love it when people come inside me. I love that. I'm like, yes. I'm also into dirty talk, so I'm the one who goes,
well,
please.
Then it's...
Get your man milk in me.
But the thing is it the blowing the load, or is it the idea of the possibility of maybe being impregnated?
Well, I'm on an IUD, so I'm very I can find the idea arousing as long as I know that it cannot actually happen.
Oh yeah, same for us.
Yeah.
We don't have the funds right now to provide for a child. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and honestly, it's good that I don't actually have sperm, because damn, Lotte will be pregnant like... We're together. Well, we're gonna reenact our first date next week.
Oh, that's so cute.
On the 11th of July, we had our first date.
Oh.
And then we instantly fell in love. And I said we're gonna play out the date exactly the same again.
Love that.
Yeah.
But then a year later.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
It's been so long already.
Yeah,
Holy
it goes
shit.
fast. Yeah, it goes
I
fast.
feel like you guys got together last week.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, it feels like we've been together for 10 years.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah.
So like those at the same time.
Yeah.
Very weird
Yeah,
combination.
we have the same. Yeah, we have the same. Yeah.
How do you see your future together with Lotte?
For me, 10 kids, but probably gonna be 3. I don't know. Lotte is building an empire right now.
She is.
Yeah, it's insane, and
She is.
all's well, and it's hard for her to work. It's not hard to work this hard because it's something that she really loves, and she's very excited about it. And I think by the time that this comes out, I think Lotte's news will come out as well.
For sure.
But she's working very, very hard, and I'm very, very proud of her. And I think that is just gonna go and expand.
It will. Strongly believe in it.
Yeah, so I think that with me going to the university and everything, I don't know what the future will hold. I'm growing more fond of the idea of being a staying-at-home dad, but then being a freelance researcher or something,
Right.
or a politician that only works for 3 days in a week.
I see it. I
Yeah.
can envision this.
Yeah, I don't know. I really, really like kids, and I really like spending a lot of time with them. And I really don't mind vacuuming or doing the dishes.
You would be such a great dad.
I hope so. Yeah,
Any kid
I
would
hope
be
so.
so lucky to have you as a
Yeah, I
dad.
hope so. The thing is that I have PTSD, so a lot of things won't happen for most people with PTSD. Certain things like looking into the future, like a lot of people with PTSD don't actually have the way in their head to see in the future, because they feel they psychologically feel that the future isn't for them, and that's the reason why they can't actually vision it. And
Wow.
I couldn't do that for a very long time, and now I can.
I'm
Shook, you right?
Yes.
Dat is het ding. Ik wil het eigenlijk niet zeggen, omdat ik weet dat je ook PTSD
Ja,
hebt.
nee,
toch?
ja.
Maar
Wow.
Dit is
shit.
sick, hè?
Ja, this
Nou.
is insane.
Manon,
Oh.
ja man, ik ook. Ik weet ook niet hoe morgen eruit ziet. Ja.
Oh my god. Out of excitement, Dan and I sometimes just start talking Dutch because we relate about some things. So let me rewind this piece real quick. Yes, there we go. And voiceover, what is actually being said?
Right?
Yes, that's the thing. I didn't want to say it because I know you also have PTSD, but whoa.
Dit is sick,
shit.
hè?
Yeah, this
Nou.
is insane. Manon, yeah man, I also don't know what tomorrow looks like.
Morgen eruit ziet. Ja.
Oh my god.
But that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People, not all of them, because I don't want to generalize a
Right.
certain condition with a lot of people. But for a lot of people with PTSD, they can't envision, and I couldn't do that as well. They can't envision what tomorrow looks like, because you don't really think, and you don't actively think it, but you subconsciously think that the future is not for you, and you're not going to be a part of that future, and that's why you can't get an actual vision of that.
This is literally, oh my god, I'm so shocked. Why has nobody ever told me this?
I learned this from someone who has PTSD herself, and she said it to me, and I had the same click as you have right now. Like, the fuck? That is so fucking true. And
Holy shit.
And the thing is, at that moment in time, I actually thought that I was happy, but I still couldn't envision anything. And I wasn't really...
Right now, for the first time in my life, I can envision what the future is going to be like.
Same. For me, same. And the thing is, the actual first vision that I've had, like future vision, is me sitting in like a big chair with a small beard and a child playing with my beard while I'm reading, and Lotte a few meters away from us, she's looking at us. And that was the first future thing that I've seen in my life. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay.
great. I'm just looking at you
Okay.
like, yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
So,
That's
yeah.
so good. That's
Yeah,
so good.
so I'm just waiting for that future to happen, and I don't know how it will play out, but it will play out.
For sure, I'm 100% certain about that.
Yeah.
Your mastectomy is coming up.
Yeah.
We talked about it a tiny bit in last week's episode. When are you thinking of getting it done? September-ish then, I guess, because you have your first
October,
appointment?
yeah.
September, October?
Well, it's at the end of August. I will have my intake.
Okay.
And luckily, I'm on Androgel, which is a topical cream for my testosterone.
Right.
So in between those 6 weeks, I think I will be put in between like 12th or 24th of October. Like in between those dates, I will get a mastectomy. But it could be that someone can't have their surgery. And the thing is, you have to stop with your hormones like 1 day, 2 days, if you have topical before you get the surgery. So if someone falls out, they can call me. So it could be that I will get it at the 24th of October, but it could also be the 30th of September, for instance.
Right, yeah.
So that's the
exciting.
thing. Yeah. So a friend of mine actually, this is how it happened to him, because he was on his quest of getting testosterone and everything, and he's in his transition process for a while now. And then he called the surgeon and said, hey, just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna call you soon. I'm already on this list, but I just wanted to,
Yeah.
Within like a couple of weeks he got a call and they said, well, we have a fallout, you don't have testosterone, right? And he said, no. Okay, great, you're getting an operation next week.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And then
that's
it just
so
happened
good.
to him.
That's so good.
And he looks amazing, by the way, and he has the same body type as me. So I'm like, oh, nice. Yeah, Charlie, you're looking good, baby. Yeah,
love it. So I know that you said in earlier episodes that you wanted to keep your nipples if you could keep the sensation, but you would maybe get them off. What is that like for you?
It's still the same, yeah. If I'm just gonna see how it feels, how it looks, and what it's like, and if I like it, then they'll stay, and if I don't like it, they'll go.
I have something that I would like to offer you. I partnered up with Tanya Buxton from Paradise Tattooing. She's a cosmetic, medical, and traditional tattoo artist from England, west of London near Bristol, and she does tattoos of areolas and everything nipple related. And so if you were to get your nipples removed, she would love to give you the nipples as a gift. And if you are gonna keep them and there's scars around it, she can also fix them up.
Nice.
So I would love to offer you that.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
That's so sweet. Goddamn. How the hell? How did you do this?
I had a call with her months ago because I was like, I need to set this up, and she was supposed to be on a live show. Then life happens sometimes. She couldn't make it, unfortunately, but I called her a couple days ago. I was like, can we still do this? And she's like, hell yeah, let's do it.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So we're going to London.
You're going to London, love.
You're coming with then, yeah?
Oh,
you should. Yeah, you should.
That is, oh my god.
And then more goes abroad. The broads are going abroad.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna make a theme song and everything for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is gonna be an extra episode.
Honestly, if we're gonna do that, then hell yeah, you're coming with.
Let's film this. Then it's gonna be a bonus episode.
Take me on a trip I'd like to
go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to have nipples tattoo.
Nice. Yes.
Exactly.
Damn, thank you so much. That's so
You're
sweet.
so welcome.
You know what I first thought when you said I have a little surprise for you? I can't tell. You know what it was? I murdered a man and got his dick for you. You never know. Fuck
you
the
never know with all
patriarchy.
more.
True.
True. You want kids.
Yeah.
Very badly, and
100.
you would make such a good dad. I can't stress that enough. What makes living right now, because that's obviously the future, and I love looking at the future, but what makes living right now good for you? Where do you find your joy right now?
I think this home that I've made with Lotte right now, I think it's the first home that I actually ever had. And the thing is that when I grew up with my parents, one of my parents wasn't sober at any given time. I never really saw her and shit, and my mom was very depressed. And so a home is not a home when people are unhappy. There's always this tension and everything. Well, the same happened when we moved to Rotterdam. My parents got divorced, and I think that this, even though I lived on my own for almost 10 years now, this is the first actual home that I have. I feel at home. And the thing is that Lotte and I could live under a bridge and we could still make it a home. And I think that waking up and knowing that whatever will happen, I will always have a home with Lotte, that really brings me so much joy. Yeah,
Good
I'm really
for you.
happy with Lotte.
I'm so happy for you. I can
you.
see it in everything.
Yeah, she's amazing.
What would you say to your 12-year-old self if you could talk to him right now?
It's okay to be bi. It's okay to be trans. It's okay that you're a boy. I think that's the one of the moments that it started for me, because then I developed beautiful but horrible tits. And I think that if I would have said that in that moment to my mom, that my mom would have reacted differently as well, because she wouldn't have seen my hyper feminine face. So like, no, I'm not trans. I'm a girly girl, and I was not a girly girl. I'm not even a girly man, just a boy.
Right.
So I think that come out, all will be well, and you'll be way happier. That's the thing. I would actually say to myself, just come out. It's okay. Go to a different school.
Live your truth.
Yeah, go to a different school. Be happy.
Prevent those boobs from growing.
Yes. Hormonblockers.
Yeah.
Yes. I must say that I luckily don't have like cup G.
Right.
So I'm blessed with that.
For
Camera time.
No,
Ambulance.
but we hear the ambulance. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're already talking over it. That's the perks of living in Amsterdam city center.
Everyone is dying all the time.
Constantly.
Yeah,
Constantly. I am sorry, guys. This is...
Damn.
Okay, it's gone again. Yes.
Do you know how they call that? Doppler effect.
Excuse me?
It's the same note, but it sounds like it's going... That's called Doppler effect, because you have the same sound going again so quickly behind. Yeah, you know it, right? Yeah, Doppler effect.
I am learning so much in this episode. Unbelievable.
I love Doppler effect.
Yeah, it's
right?
it's so cool.
Because it's the same note. It
Yeah,
doesn't change the note, but it feels like it drops.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Doppler effects. See, we're learning. I'm keeping this in.
Nice. Yeah.
This is it. This is why I host a Slut Show, for these kinds of conversations, for this genuine, heartfelt vibe. I love having you on the show so much. Thank you so much.
Me too. That's why I keep coming back.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here again. This was the last episode of season 5, which is absolutely unbelievable, as we are currently shooting this in summer of 2021. That's where we're living, I guess. So what is going to be happening with the Slut Show? That's what voiceover Ellen or little video Ellen is going to be telling you right now. The Slut Show will be back with not only a brand new 6th season, but hereby I am over the moon to announce that we will also be back for season 7. Is there people you'd like to see on the show or topics you want to hear more about? Then feel free to slide into our DM on Instagram at The Slut Show with Ellen Moore. Next week, we will be back with a very special final episode of Season 5, taking you behind the scenes, giving you an insight in what the production of The Slut Show looks like off camera. Sharing never-before-seen footage, secret set tricks, outtakes, and a whole lot of bloopers. Trust me, you're gonna want to tune in for this one, and preferably on YouTube, because when I say it will be hilarious, that makes for the understatement of the century. I cannot give you a sneak peek of next week because I don't know when season 6 is going to be coming out, but what I do know is that if you want to read the information from Slutty Science, again, head over to theslutshow.org, yes, .orgasm, theslutshow.org. You can also get your hands on my 5-piece postcard collection, which is dedicated to screwing over the patriarchy and empowering you all. If you'd like to support the Slut Show, you can head over to my Patreon page where you can buy me a cup of coffee, which is only €4 a month. And by doing so, you support both me and the team tremendously. So I would really, really appreciate that. Please follow me on Instagram at The Slut Show with Ellen Moore. All of your socials are going to be linked in the description. You can also send in questions on that Instagram at The Slut Show with Ellen Moore. Just saying it once more, so don't forget. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share The Slut Show with your friends. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Thank you at home for tuning in for all these episodes of season 4 and 5. And I would love to give one last huge motherfucking thank you to Manon sitting behind the camera. She animated every single piece of Slutty Science in every single episode of season 4 and season 5. She has been behind the scenes doing the production assistant work. I would not have had a season like this without her, so I am beyond grateful. So thank you so much. Until the next season, for now, sluts out.